Now here in the style section, you can play around with that and try to find a cool sound. I like to use the Echoplex, I like that one a lot, or also the Chorus ones, which could be cool on this sound because this sound is very clean by itself. And if the delay has a chorus on it, then you have some, you play around with the sound a bit more. So let's try out that one. Yeah. Then I always put some high cut on my reverbs and delays both, and it's cool you have that EQ basically here right in that plugin. So I would always increase the high cut a bit, also the low cut, although in this case it doesn't matter because this plug sound doesn't even have low frequencies, but in general it's a send effect, so I might use it later on for other effects, so it's good to put that low cut up here. Maybe some feedback. Okay, that's cool. Now we need a reverb. Then my favorite reverb plugin is the Valhalla Vintage Verb, which I would definitely use here. Also, let me rename those here. I'll call this delay the synth delay, and then this reverb I'm gonna call the synth reverb. I'm always trying to be really neat in my projects, so everything is named correctly. I color everything and I try to be organized because that helps a lot once you start arranging the song. I think it helps a lot to be faster and really see what's going on. So I try to do that from the start. Okay, now the reverb. First of all, let's turn it on here. Okay, I would try something like 1.5 seconds maybe, a bit of the pre-delay. Let's put the size down a little bit. And concert hall sounds good, okay. Maybe some high cut here as well, like around 4 kilohertz. Okay, I like that. Now I would, next step, I would add a compressor on this. Usually I would do that in the synth itself, but in this case it's the FM8. Also, it might add some character actually to this kind of sound. What I want to try actually with this sound, what I want to do is I want to make it sound old, kind of vintage, like some old 80s vintage synth. That's what I'm trying to do with this now, so I will have to do this in the whole processing chain on my channel here. So first of all, a compressor. In this case, let's try a couple. Honestly, with compressors, there are so many great ones out there, so many great plugins, and it's something that you just got to try. And I usually always try a bunch of different compressors and then see what works. But generally, I would try to separate them in clean compressors and then compressors that do some coloring on the sound. So in this case, I might want to use two actually. First, a clean one to just work on the transients of this sound, and then a second one to color the sound. So for the clean one, I would just go with the FAB filter, C2. That's my favorite for clean compression. It actually has different modes, but mainly I use it for clean compression. And it's my favorite because of the interface. I think it looks great, and the way you can use it, the feedback, the visual feedback you get from it is really great. So I tend to use this one most of the time. So let's put in clean mode, attack all down and release all the way down as well, because this is such a fast plug sound. Yeah. So I want to do that. Ratio, let's not exaggerate, make it something decent, 3 to 1 maybe. Not this much of a knee. Let's see what happens. Yeah. When I turn it off, so yeah, it makes the sound more dense, basically, and that's what I want to do with this plug sound. Else, it's a bit too sharp to me, and a bit just too it sounds a bit too thin to me. So that's why this compressor helps here.